Aliens paying us a visit from another star system? What's up with that?
But just imagine alien technology. It will not follow a path that you expect if it has some intelligence in it. And that's a risk that was never attended.
2 days before Halloween 2025, something happened that most of the world missed. An object, possibly the most important object humanity has ever detected, reached its closest point to our sun. It came from another star system. It's moving at 58 kilometers per second. It's releasing pure nickel gas, something we only see in manufactured alloys. Its tail pointed the wrong direction, and then it flipped. Harvard's former astronomy chair says it could be a Trojan horse, a disguised spacecraft carrying mini-probes. Physicist Michio Kaku says if it gained energy during its solar flyby, that would be proof of alien technology. NASA says it's just a comet. But here's the problem. We can't see it anymore. It's behind the sun, hidden from view, at the exact moment when, if it is a spacecraft, it would fire its engines. Today we're diving into the most controversial astronomical discovery of the decade. The anomalies that don't add up. The scientist who's risking his reputation to warn us. And the acid test that's happening right now. Because in a few weeks, when 3I Atlas emerges from behind the sun, we'll know either we just witnessed a natural comet pass through our solar system, or we were visited by something else. July 1st, 2025, Rio Hurtado, Chile. The Atlas Survey Telescope, designed to scan the sky for potentially hazardous asteroids, flags a moving object. At first, nothing unusual, just another space rock. Catalog it, move on, but then someone calculates the velocity, 58 kilometers per second. That's not just fast, that's impossibly fast for anything orbiting our sun. At that speed, the sun's gravity can't hold it. This thing is passing through, not orbiting. They calculate the trajectory backward. Where did it come from? Not from our solar system, not from the Kuiper belt, not from the Oort cloud, from interstellar space. Direction, Sagittarius, near the galactic center, the thick disk of the Milky Way. An ancient, undisturbed region of space where objects can drift for billions of years. This is only the third interstellar object ever detected. The first was Oumuamua in 2017, the cigar-shaped mystery that made headlines worldwide. The second was Tyson Borisov in 2019, a more normal-looking comet, and now 3I Atlas. But this one is different. Oumuamua was maybe 400 meters across. Borisov was about a kilometer. 3I Atlas. Conservative estimates put it at 5.6 kilometers in diameter. That makes it at least 1,000 times more massive than both previous visitors. Within days of the discovery, telescopes around the world turned to observe it. Hubble, James Webb, ground-based observatories across 3 continents. And that's when the anomalies start piling up. Dr. Abraham Avi Loeb, Harvard University, former chair of the astronomy department, head of the Galileo Project, author of Extraterrestrial and Interstellar. This is not some fringe conspiracy theorist. This is one of the most published astrophysicists in the world. And he's asking a question that makes his colleagues uncomfortable. What if 3I Atlas isn't natural? On October 29th, Loeb appeared on Fox News and dropped a bombshell. The fundamental question is whether 3I Atlas is a Trojan horse with the external appearance of a natural comet, but carrying a potential threat in its interior. A Trojan horse. He's not being poetic. He's being literal.
It has a lot of anomalies, about 8 of them that I listed, each of them with a small probability. And my point is that although it may well be a comet and of natural origin, it could also be something like a Trojan horse.
In his blog post titled The Acid Test of 3I Atlas at Perihelion, Loeb lays out his concern. Perihelion is just 2 days before Halloween. Is 3I Atlas wearing a costume of a comet, or is it truly an icy rock of natural origin? He points out something that should terrify everyone. On December 19th, 2025, 6 days before Christmas, 3I Atlas will get to its closest distance of 267 million kilometers from Earth. Will 3I Atlas send mini-probes towards Earth as Christmas gifts to humanity? Christmas gifts. He's asking if an alien mothership is going to release probes toward our planet as it passes by. And before you dismiss this as science fiction, understand, Loeb has co-authored a white paper with policy recommendations treating 3I Atlas as a potential black swan event, an unexpected occurrence with massive impact. The paper, titled "Is the Interstellar Object 3I Atlas Alien Technology?" is accessible to anyone. It's not hidden, it's not classified, it's a formal warning to policymakers. Why would Harvard's former astronomy chair risk his reputation like this? Because of what they found when they looked closer. Let me walk you through exactly what makes 3I Atlas different from every other comet we've ever studied. Anomaly. Number 1. The speed 58 kilometers per second relative to the Sun. For context, Earth orbits at 30 km. Mercury, the fastest planet, orbits at 48 km. 3I Atlas 58 km. It's moving faster than any object ever detected in our solar system, and it's moving almost twice as fast as the previous interstellar visitors. Why does that matter? Because the faster something moves, the more energy was required to accelerate it. What kind of event launches a 5-kilometer object to those speeds? Anomaly. 2. The size. At least 5.6 kilometers across, possibly larger. That's Manhattan-sized. That's 1,000 times more massive than Oumuamua. Loeb's question: why is such a giant object delivered to our inner solar system when we saw only small ones before? It's a valid question. Anomaly. Number 3. The trajectory. This is where it gets really weird. Our solar system is like a flat disk. All the planets orbit roughly in the same plane, the ecliptic plane. When Oumuamua visited, it came from above at a 123-degree angle to the ecliptic. When Borisov visited, it came in at a 44-degree angle, the 3I Atlas. Just 3 degrees off the ecliptic plane, it's threading the needle, coming in almost perfectly aligned with the planetary disk. Space is three-dimensional. That object could have come from literally any direction, but it came in from the side aligned with the planets. The probability of that happening by random chance? Incredibly small. Loeb's paper states, the arrival time of 3I Atlas was optimized to pass near Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. Optimized. That's a word you use for spacecraft trajectories, not random comets. Anomaly. Number 4. The nickel problem. In August, Hawaii's Keck 2 telescope analyzed the gases being released by 3I Atlas. They found nickel, lots of nickel, but almost no iron. That's not natural. Every comet, asteroid, and planetary body in our solar system shows nickel and iron together. They form together in stellar processes. You don't get one without the other, except in manufactured nickel alloys, industrial nickel alloys. Loeb states, we only find this in industrially produced nickel alloys. Let that sink in. The chemical signature of 3I Atlas matches manufactured materials, not natural space rocks. Anomaly. Number 5. The polarization mystery. In September, researcher Zuri Gray published polarimetric observations of 3I Atlas. Polarimetry measures how light scatters off an object. Every comet we've ever studied shows positive polarization. Every asteroid shows positive polarization. Every trans-Neptunian object shows positive polarization. 2I Borisov, the previous interstellar comet, positive polarization. 3I Atlas, negative polarization. Not just slightly negative. Exceptionally deep and narrow negative polarization. The way this object scatters light has never been seen before in any natural body in our solar system. What could cause that? Either the dust particles are impossibly small, or the chemistry is completely alien. Anomaly. Focus 6. The forward jet. When Hubble captured images of 3I Atlas in July, it revealed something strange. A jet of material pointing toward the sun. Comet tails point away from the sun. That's how they work. Solar wind blows the gas and dust backward, but 3I Atlas had a forward jet, 10 times longer than it was wide, pointing directly at the sun. And then, between July and September, something unprecedented happened. The tail flipped. It went from pointing toward the sun to pointing away from the sun, a complete inversion of its mass flow geometry. The Nordic Optical Telescope in the Canary Islands confirmed it. This wasn't an optical illusion, the direction of material ejection completely reversed. Some astronomers say it's just the viewing angle changing. Others, including Loeb, suggest it could be a controlled maneuver, a spacecraft firing thrusters. Anomaly number 7, the WOW. Signal connection. On August 15, 1977, the Big Ear radio telescope in Ohio detected a powerful radio signal from space. It lasted 72 seconds. It was so unusual that the astronomer who discovered it wrote "wow" on the printout. For decades, people have speculated it was an alien transmission. The signal came from the direction of Sagittarius. Guess where 3I Atlas came from? Sagittarius, near the galactic center. 3I Atlas is aligned to within 9 degrees of the WOW, signal's origin point. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe something in that region of space has been trying to get our attention for 48 years. Dr. Michio Kaku, theoretical physicist and professor at City College of New York, appeared on Newsmax on October 25th. He explained why the perihelion moment, October 29th, is so critical. If it picks up extra energy on its flyby, that means there's extraterrestrial intelligence involved, so watch for it. He's talking about something called the Oberth effect. The Oberth effect is a principle in spaceflight. If you want to change your velocity efficiently, you fire your engines when you're moving fastest, at perihelion, closest to the sun. The gravitational assist from the sun, combined with your engine burn, gives you a much greater change in velocity than firing your engines in deep space. Every spacecraft mission uses this principle. It's Orbital Mechanics 101. Kaku's point: if 3I Atlas is a spacecraft, perihelion is exactly when it would fire its engines, to accelerate, to decelerate, to release probes, and here's the disturbing part: we can't see it. October 29th, perihelion, 3I Atlas passed behind the sun from Earth's perspective. The glare makes observation impossible. For weeks, it's invisible to us. Loeb writes, unfortunately, we cannot observe 3I Atlas from Earth at this opportune time, which raises the question of whether its trajectory was fine-tuned by extraterrestrial intelligence. Think about that. The most critical moment, the moment when a spacecraft would maneuver, is the exact moment when we can't observe it. Is that bad luck, or is that by design? Not everyone agrees with Loeb's hypothesis. Neil deGrasse Tyson, America's most famous science communicator, has been vocal in his criticism. God of the gaps has been supplanted by alien of the gaps. The moment you say, I don't know what I'm looking at, therefore I know what I'm looking at aliens, that is a leap. He's saying Loeb is jumping to conclusions that just because something is unusual doesn't mean it's artificial. But Loeb fired back. Neil is a science popularizer, but not a practicing scientist. He did not publish a single scientific paper over the past 15 years. I wrote 9 scientific papers on 3I Atlas alone over the past 2 months. Science is guided by evidence, not by popularity contests or beliefs. NASA's position is clear. Tom Statler, NASA's lead scientist for solar system small bodies, told The Guardian, "It looks like a comet. It does comet things. It very strongly resembles in just about every way the comets that we know." And to be fair, Loeb himself has acknowledged this. So why is he pushing this alien hypothesis? Because, as he writes in his paper, even if the probability is low, the consequences of being wrong are catastrophic. If there's even a 1% chance this is alien technology and we ignore it, we've failed in our most basic duty, to protect humanity. Here's the timeline, October 29th, 2025, perihelion. 3I Atlas reaches closest point to Sun, we can't observe it. November 3rd, 2025, 3i Atlas passes within 97 million kilometers of Venus. ESA's JUICE spacecraft should be able to observe it. Late November, 3i Atlas emerges from behind the Sun. Telescopes worldwide will immediately point at it. December 19, 2025. 6 days before Christmas, closest approach to Earth at 267 million kilometers. March 16, 2026. Closest approach to Jupiter at 54 million kilometers. NASA's Juno spacecraft could image it and scan for radio transmissions. The next few weeks are critical. Loeb has asked his research team at the Galileo project to check if there is any unusual activity by anomalous objects in Earth's atmosphere based on data collected from the 3 Galileo observatories in the coming months. They're actively watching for mini-probes. When 3i Atlas emerges, scientists will be looking for several things. 1. Brightness. Did it get brighter or dimmer than expected? That could indicate fragmentation or an engine burn. 2. Trajectory. Has the orbit changed? Even a small deviation would be significant. 3. Tail structure. Is it forming a normal comet tail or something else? 4. Radio emissions. Juno will scan for any artificial signals when the comet passes Jupiter. 5. Atmospheric anomalies. Are there any unexplained objects appearing in Earth's atmosphere around the time of closest approach? Let's zoom out for a moment. 3i Atlas is the third interstellar object we've detected in 8 years. 3 visitors in less than a decade. That suggests they're not as rare as we thought. There could be interstellar objects passing through our solar system constantly, and we're only just now developing the technology to spot them. But here's what bothers Loeb, and should bother all of us. We had no plan. When 3i Atlas was discovered on July 1st, it was already inside Jupiter's orbit. We had 4 months before perihelion, 4 months to coordinate observations, to possibly send a spacecraft to gather as much data as possible. And what did we do? We watched it pass by with telescopes from Earth. Multiple scientists have called 3i Atlas a once-in-a-generation miss. Loeb stated, "The bureaucratic lag cost us the truth." There's no unified protocol for studying interstellar objects. Different agencies collected scattered data. By the time telescopes were coordinated, the optimal observation window had closed. And then perihelion happened, and we lost sight of it completely. If 3i Atlas is an alien probe, we had one chance to study it up close, and we blew it. When the next one comes, we can't depend on luck. Loeb has been advocating for dedicated interstellar response satellites, spacecraft on standby, ready to launch toward any interstellar object within hours of discovery. Because if we're being visited and we keep missing the visitors, what's the point of having all these telescopes? So here we are, October 30th, 2025, the day after perihelion. 3i Atlas is behind the Sun. We can't see what happened during its closest approach. Did it break apart from the heat, as natural comets sometimes do? Did it remain intact? Did it maneuver? Did it release anything? We won't know for a few more weeks. But when it emerges in late November, the scientific community will be watching with unprecedented attention. Every major telescope that can see it will be pointed at it. Every spectrum will be analyzed. Every trajectory calculation will be scrutinized. And here's what we're looking for. If it's a natural comet, normal brightening triadic dimming pattern, predictable trajectory based on gravity alone, typical comet tail structure, composition matches known cometary materials, no radio emissions, no unexplained objects in Earth's atmosphere. If it's something else, unexpected trajectory changes, unusual brightness patterns, anomalous emissions, objects detected in Earth's atmosphere, radio signals from the direction of Jupiter in March. Anything that can't be explained by natural processes, Loeb puts it simply. If it is a natural comet glued together by weak forces, its heating by 770 watts per square meter may break it up into fragments. However, if 3i Atlas was technologically manufactured, it might maneuver or release mini-probes. This is the acid test. Either it behaves like a comet and we can all relax, or it doesn't. And if it doesn't, everything changes. I want to be clear about something. The most likely explanation is that 3I Atlas is exactly what NASA says it is, an unusual but natural comet from another star system. The anomalies, while fascinating, can probably be explained by natural processes we don't fully understand yet, but probably isn't the same as definitely. And Avi Loeb is asking the question that needs to be asked. What if we're wrong? What if we're being visited, and we're too afraid of looking foolish to take it seriously? What if the universe is full of civilizations, and they're exploring the galaxy the same way we're trying to, and we keep missing them because we assume everything must be natural? In his recent Joe Rogan interview, Loeb emphasized the need for cosmic modesty. We're not special, we're not the center of the universe, and we're probably not alone. So maybe, just maybe, we should start acting like there might be others out there. And when something visits our solar system that breaks all the rules, maybe we should pay attention. 3I Atlas will emerge from behind the sun in a few weeks. When it does, we'll know more. And I'll be here to break it down for you. Subscribe if you want updates, because this story isn't over, it's just beginning. Thanks for watching. And remember, the most dangerous assumption we can make is that we already know everything. Sometimes the impossible is just the undiscovered.